In our last video, we explored sensation, how your body gathers raw data from the world around you, from light hitting your eyes to sound waves vibrating in your eardrums. But now comes the big question. What does your brain actually do with all this information? How do we transform those raw signals into something meaningful, like recognizing a friend's face or reading a street sign? That's where perception comes in, the brain's way of organizing and interpreting sensory input so it makes sense. This video kicks off Unit 2, Cognition in AP Psychology, starting with Topic 2.1, Perception. So, if you're ready, grab your notes, fire up those neurons, let's jump in. All right, let's set the scene. It's well past midnight. The house is quiet, too quiet. You're home with a friend when suddenly, a slow creaking sound echoes from upstairs. But no one else is supposed to be home. Now you just watched a horror movie, so your heart leaps out of your chest. Obviously, it's a ghost or an ex-murderer, probably both. Your friend, meanwhile, they've been watching cat videos on TikTok for the past hour and barely look up. They stay calm, roll their eyes, and brush it off. Probably just the wind. Same sound, same sensory input, but totally different interpretations. This is perception in action. Your brain doesn't just receive information, it actively interprets it using your past experiences, emotions, and expectations, even your culture or time of day. Same creaky floorboard, two completely different realities. And that leads us to one of the big ideas in this unit. What we sense is not always what we perceive. This difference often comes down to how we process information. And that's where two important concepts come in mind. Bottom-up processing and top-down processing. Bottom-up processing is like building a picture from scratch. It starts with the raw sensory input, like the sound waves from the creak, and works its way up to the brain, where meaning is constructed. It's data-driven. No expectations, just what am I hearing right now? Top-down processing, on the other hand, starts with what your brain already knows. It uses past experiences, expectations, and context to interpret what you're sensing. Psychologists actually have specific names for the past experiences and expectations that shape how we perceive the world through top-down processing. Schemas and perceptual sets. Schemas are like mental blueprints, your brain's way of organizing and storing what it's learned from experience. All right, imagine you're going to the zoo. Before you even walk through the gates, your brain's already loaded up with a schema, a mental framework for what it expects based on your past experiences. Your zoo schema might include things like animals in cages, zookeepers in khaki, kids on field trip, long lines, and the smell of popcorn, and maybe something less pleasant. Perceptual set refers to a mental predisposition to perceive things in a certain way, focusing on some aspects of the environment while ignoring others, based on expectations, experience, or context. Since your schema is primed for animals in cages, you might completely miss something else going on, a cool sculpture or a new garden exhibit. And here's the key point. What you know shapes what you expect, and what you expect shapes what you perceive. Together, they shape your top-down processing, helping your brain jump to conclusions that are sometimes spot on and other times hilariously off the mark. Here's something else to keep in mind. Your perception isn't just shaped by what you expect, it's also shaped by what you pay attention to. Because here's the deal, your brain is constantly bombarded with information. Sounds, sights, smells, Instagram notifications, but your brain can't process everything at once, so it picks and chooses. That's called selective attention, your brain's way of focusing on one thing while tuning out everything else. Think of it like a spotlight. Whatever you shine it on gets all the brain power. Everything else, left in the dark. But attention isn't always reliable. Sometimes it straight up betrays you. Ever been so locked in on your phone that you walk right past someone you know and don't even see them? That's inattentional blindness, failing to notice something right in front of you because your attention is focused elsewhere. And then there's change blindness, when something in your environment changes and you don't notice at all. Like when your friend gets a haircut and you say nothing for 2 weeks. Or when a movie character magically switches shirts between scenes and your brain goes, seems legit? The big takeaway? Attention shapes perception, and sometimes it makes you miss the obvious. Okay, so selective attention filters what sensory information gets in. But once it's in, how does your brain organize it? That's where Gestalt psychology steps in. Gestalt psychologists believed that our brains are wired to look for structure. Our brains don't like chaos, they want order. And guess what? The word Gestalt literally means whole in German. Coincidence? Think not. All right, Gestalt rule number 1, similarity. Things that look alike get grouped together by your brain. Same color, same shape, same size, Boom, your brain assumes they belong together. Same goes with sports uniforms. You instantly group players by jersey color. You're not analyzing individual people. Your brain goes, that team's in red, the other's in blue. Got it. Gestalt rule number 2, proximity. Things that are close together in space are perceived as part of the same group, even if they don't actually look alike. All right, Gestalt rule number 3, closure. Closure is your brain's way of filling in the gaps to perceive a complete image, even when parts are missing. Think of road signs covered by trees or snow. Even if part of the letters are covered, you don't need every detail to perceive the whole message. All right, let's lock in with a quick recap. Perception is more than just seeing or hearing. It's your brain's way of making sense of the world. Tattoo this on your psych brain. Perception is the process of organizing and interpreting sensory input so it becomes meaningful. Bottom-up processing starts with raw data from the senses and builds up to your brain. Top-down processing uses your expectations, experiences, and context to shape what you perceive. Schemas and perceptual sets guide how you interpret the world, sometimes helping, sometimes misleading. Selective attention filters what you notice, like hearing your name across a noisy room. Hello, cocktail party effect. Inattentional blindness and change blindness show how attention can fail us, making us miss things that are right in front of us. Gestalt principles explain how your brain organizes visual information into wholes, using rules like similarity, proximity, closure, and figure ground. All right, thanks for watching AP Psych Brainiacs. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss that next video. And as always, when in doubt, trust the data, not your gut. See you next time.